Lots of good news for you guys. Of course, new players linked with Arsenal, but that's not important. Of course, I've got some exclusive analysis. I've already posted this on my community tab to bring in the details about the new players. I have that in my in the news that I have brought for you guys. So hit the like button if you like it, and let's just jump into it because I really don't have much time. Because I've got a lot of news to deliver. So first is Dusan Vlahovic. Everyone was about, Dusan Vlahovic might want to go to Juventus, but according to Montblanc official, Arsenal have offered Dusan Vlahovic 10 million euros per year, which is actually 160k per week, and are convinced that they can close a deal for the striker. Juventus are out of the race to sign the player. Juventus are out of the race, and also I think this I got it from another source that Juventus are out of race to sign Vlahovic not only in the winter transfer window but also in the also in the summer transfer window. So yes, Juventus and Vlahovic will not meet at all apparently, according to this report. You'd ask me, is it reliable? According to lots of news that's coming out, Juventus are not at all looking at a striker at the moment. So Vlahovic, no way they can pay an extra premium to Fiorentina, and it's purely logical that he's not going to Juventus. I'm pretty much sure about it. So moving on, let's also about Vlahovic. We're going to come back to that. Let's just jump into Maitland-Niles. So the deal is done. Maitland-Niles is in Rome and he's already signed his loan deal and he's ready to roam in Roma. Yeah, I tried to, I tried to, bring the best out of myself, but I could not, yeah. So moving on, let's talk about Pablo Mari. So we all know that he has offers coming in from a lot of places, but it looks like Sampdoria are interested in Arsenal defender Pablo Mari and are working on initially agree personal terms with the player. Mari already has an offer from his former side Flamengo, and while he likes that option, Sampdoria are working to change his mind, according to Secolo XIX via GIFN. So this is really taking the heat. So Pablo Mari might leave in the January transfer window as well. Apparently we are hardly using him at all. So yes. And also Arsenal are willing to allow Pablo Mari to leave immediately on loan until the end of the season, with Sampdoria interested in signing the player as well. So that is that. So let me explain to you how exactly Roma plan to sign Maitland-Niles. So what did Mikel Arteta and Ainsley have in conversation about Ainsley asked to leave? He says, Mikel Arteta says, Ainsley came to me and explained the reasons why he thought the best thing for him in his career right now is to move away. He believes the opportunity to move to Rome and working under Jose is a really good one. We decided to let him go and we wish him all the best. We already had this conversation in the summer and we decided to keep him at the club and assess the situation in December. But with the amount of minutes he has played, he is entitled to that opportunity, and when a player feels that way, it's very difficult to turn it away. That's sad, but that's okay. I think we just don't want to be crying about it. Also, let's talk about funny story. According to Athletic UK, AS Roma's plan is to sell 3 players between now and the summer, which is Pau Lopez, the keeper, Pau Lopez, I think so, Justin Kluivert and Cengiz Ünder, to raise the capital to try and sign Ainsley Maitland-Niles permanently. So Roma have to sell 3 players so that they can sign Maitland-Niles permanently. Also, Maitland-Niles was only interested in a move to Roma this transfer window. Otherwise, he was content to remain at Arsenal. He was going to get a wealth of appearances, man. Apparently, he thought otherwise. Let's just move on with it. So, we spoke about Pablo. We spoke about everyone. Let's talk about Dusan Vlahovic. Now, spoke about it, of course, but there is an update from, I think Ian Wright has to say about Dusan Vlahovic. He says that if we can get that striker, hard-running striker, good link-up play, good finisher, which Vlahovic is, then you're starting to think it's starting to happen now for Arsenal. Then all of a sudden Arsenal can start challenging seriously. So Ian Wright, is Vlahovic in? Very well. Fantastic, isn't it? But moving on, let's talk about the man of the hour. Let's talk about the player that we are linked in more strongly. Arsenal have made a proposal for Palmeiras midfielder Danilo worth 20 million euros plus 5 million euros in bonuses to join the club as early as January. Palmeiras don't want to sell the 20-year-old until the summer, and only a request from the player himself could change their plans. This is according to Portal R7. Now, it looks like he's a very interesting player, very young for his age because he's more composed, and it's like you're buying a player who's young but he's very mature in his decision making on the pitch. Now, here's the story. Danilo's agency is Bertolucci Sports, run by Giuliano Bertolucci, who has close ties with Kia Joorabchian. You'd say, come on, no more Kia Joorabchian, come on. But hey, hear me out. So, according to some, some people who have watched, who regularly watch Brazilian football, they say that he was an attacking midfielder. He's very easy to dribble in short spaces, as Rodri and Jorginho talk about the distribution coming from behind. He's not as physical as Rodri. Danilo is the best defensive midfielder in Brazilian football with exponential talent and a bright future. It has the same status than that Bruno Guimaraes had before going to Lyon, but it's more of a midfielder like Jorginho, Rodri, etc. So, of course, everyone is coming up with a lot of their inputs about how he would be, but let me bring you the input now. What exactly is Danilo? What is he going to bring to the table? So Danilo is a deep-lying midfielder who likes to get on the ball and progress the play, but also boasts neat technical quality. As an exciting box-to-box option, he falls in line with the recruitment strategy. Interesting player. What's more interesting about him? IG, this is not enough. You got to get me more news about him, yeah? This guy is also a winner. He's a serial winner. Danilo has won 3 trophies in his life, 2 of which are Copa Libertadores. He's bloody won Copa Libertadores twice. He's fantastic. Unbelievable. And also he's won Brazilian Cup. He's won Brazilian Cup as well. 2020. He won Brazilian Cup, and consecutive 2019, 2020 and 2020, 2021 consecutive winner of Copa Libertadores. So he's a winner. You're bringing a winning mentality to the club, man. That's also really cool about him. Also, talking about we're going to talk about before getting into some more stats about Danilo, let's talk about Samuel Ricci, another midfielder linked with Arsenal now. He's from Empoli. It looks like, according to Gazzetta IT, Arsenal remain keen on Empoli midfielder Samuel Ricci, dubbed the Little Jorginho. The player is liked in the Premier League, particularly at Arsenal. Now, you'd say, IG, you're trying to bring in two Jorginho kind of players. I mean, if you remember exactly what Arsenal are trying to do, bring in 2 players in the same position so that they can have competition. Very, very interesting. 2 people Samuel Ricci is. This is how he looks like, and this is what Adam Revoj shared about him in 28th of December 2021 in his report of the midfielders that he would like to see at Arsenal. He says, Samuel Ricci is a star in the making. This is his first Serie A season and he's been very good, carrying the ball well, winning ground duels and tackling very well. He rarely is in an aerial duel, so keep that in mind, is what he tweets out. So this is what stats about Samuel Ricci. You can see pass success rate is really good for him, and a dribbler tackle percentage, dribbled pass per 90 is high, which is not that good. Tackles and interceptions per 90 is fantastic, and ground duels 1 is superb. Progressive carrying distance is not bad at all, but dispossessions per 90 is little high. XG build up per 90, okay. Accurate long balls per 90 is less. Successful pressures per 90 not that good. Successful pressure percentage is not that good as well. So those are the areas that he would want to improve upon. But hey, Samuel Ricci is not a bad option at all. But you'd be like, come on, IG, give him more of Danilo. He's being linked a lot, and Arsenal have officially made an offer. I think I read somewhere that he has a release clause of 75 million or something like that. I couldn't confirm that. So, according to World Soccer Scouting Transfer Market, March 26, 2021, this is what they spoke about Danilo. They say that this is he's a 4-star in strength and passing, header, shoot, and vision. He's really a very special player. Now let's talk about Danilo versus Atletico Paranaense. There was a game August 30, 2021. This is the stat that has been shared by SofaScore. So according to SofaScore, this is what his heat map looked like. Danilo, 1 decisive pass, 42 out of 43 passes completed, 98% passing accuracy, 1 out of 2 crosses made, 3 out of 4 long balls, 2 duels, 1 out of 7, 3 interceptions, and he dominated the midfield as always very regularly, is what they have tweeted out. Also, Danilo, a game versus Sao Paulo, played 90 minutes, 1 assist, 4 chances created, 3 dribbles, 3 clearances, 2 dribbles, 1, 5 ball recoveries, a 3-0 win, Football Wonder Kids tweeted out that stats don't really do Danilo's influence in the midfield justice. A Palmeiras gem into the Libertadores semi-finals. This guy is a gem. And how old is this? August 18, 2021. So, fantastic player and very interesting update about him. He'd be a really good player if we get him. Let's see if you guys like it. Let me know if you enjoyed the stats. In the comments, let me know what you guys think about the player. And of course, Dusan Vlahovic, 10 million euro salary, which is 160k a week. Will that be enough to get Dusan Vlahovic? Is he the right kind of player? I've found out a lot of scouting accounts on Twitter saying that Vlahovic is a fantastic player. He's a beast, much better than Lukaku as well. So let's see if that's going to happen or not. Let me know in the comments. And if you're enjoying the effort that has been put to bring these stats to you guys, please hit that like button and comment and let me know what you guys think about Danilo or Samuel Ricky is the kind of player. Let me know. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, cheers.